Made it to the league, now we gotta take the lead. Must be two sides.
What is going on? Welcome back into the Must Be Two Sides show. I'm your host, MyCole, Pruitt, NFL veteran, along with my boy Ahmad Hicks, Emmy-winning sports
I was
analyst.
actually gonna tell you to say that. That's good chemistry right there. You
Come
brought that
on
up.
now, you my boy. It's up there. They see it. They see it. Now, come on, man. We got a great show for you today. We're talking about fantasies, and before
Not fantasy. You said, reword it.
Calm
You
down.
said
Calm
fantasies.
down. I'm telling them. I'm putting my disclaimer right now.
Okay.
Before all the freaks come out, y'all can stay where y'all at. Y'all can keep watching, but this ain't that type of episode. We're
It's
talking
not.
about fantasy football.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. One of my favorite things in the world. I just discovered it like 6 years ago. I don't know how I was so late to the game, but there's a lot of people that love fantasy football. There's a lot of people that hate fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? And in this episode of Must Be Two Sides, we're going to dive a little deeper into the fantasy world and why some athletes hate it and why some journalists love it. We got a couple other things on deck. So let's go ahead and pop up that whiteboard.
Let's talk about it.
Let's tell y'all what we got coming up today. So fantasy football, love it or hate it. I think y'all already know what side MyCole will be on, but we go wait till we start debating that. Then fantasy or nightmare. I bet you're wondering what that is. You got to stay tuned to find out. All right. And then last but not least, a new game that we got coming up, the 2-minute drill. Rapid fire takes coming up, some predictions. We'll explain it a little later on. And then, of course, cap or certified, the fans' favorite.
And y'all know I'm certified, so it is what it is.
Cap. That's why we got that segment. You feel me? That's why we got that segment. So, MyCole, fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
Hate it or love it?
First of all, I don't play fantasy football, bro.
Why?
I don't get into the fantasies. I'm doing the real thing in real life. What do I need to be fantasizing for?
You can admit if you're not good at something.
I haven't played.
You can admit it. It's a little daunting challenge.
In reality, there's not much that I'm not good at, bro. So if I started playing, of course I would be good.
But humble has never been his
confident thing. Brother.
That's what he says.
Man, first of all, I mean, I'm sure it's fun for you guys that play. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you guys have fun and have a good time talking stuff to your friends and whatnot. But for us athletes, it's annoying.
Okay.
Why are y'all so obsessed? Like, y'all get to the point where it don't matter if the team wins or loses. All you care about is this certain player getting these certain points. We out here to do a job. Please don't come talk to me about your fantasy team. I do not give a damn. Stop it.
Okay, from my point of view, and for I think a lot of people out there, if you don't have a rooting interest in, say, for instance, a team that's not your favorite team that you grew up watching and your team plays at 12 o'clock, you probably don't have an interest to watch the 3 o'clock half-hour games or the later 12 o'clock games that's not your favorite team. And then if it's like a bogus Sunday night football matchup or Monday night football or Thursday night football, you're like, why am I watching this? Like, I don't even care. I think where fantasy football comes into play, it lets you care about every game. Now, not the outcome, but as a fan, you watch every game a little bit more because you have players spread around different teams.
Okay, but if you have a team, you have a team that you root for. Most people do.
Yeah.
Most people do.
Yeah.
It's one of the guys on your fantasy team may be playing your own team, and now you're rooting against your own team.
No. You're just torn. It's a little conflicted. That's all. It's conflicted. It's
Tell
like,
us about it.
It's like, I want my guy to go off, and I want my team to win, but at the same time, I need my fantasy team to win. This is gambling. This is parlays we talking about every single week. Like, this is some leagues like have $1,000 buy-ins. You're talking about like $14,000 pots, like, and right around Christmas. That's a good time. That's a good come up.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be a good investment.
But you got to win. You got to be good to get that.
I'm going to win.
We go get into that. Okay, so my thing is, I will say this: I don't agree with fans who reach out to players and comment on things like that. And we do have a best friend, David Thomas in St. Louis. He literally messages players sometimes, like if he needs fantasy points, and be like, "Yo, bro, like I need you to get going, do this, blah 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 blah." Tell me, as an athlete, I'm sure you haven't gotten many of these, but what would you say if you see a DM from a fan like, "Hey, bro, why you sell out? I needed 4 more yards from you. Like, what is you doing? You can't get 4 yards, blah blah."
Bro, this is the funny thing about it. it's not that I've got DMs about that particular thing, but I've gotten tweets because I'm a goal line specialist.
You are.
I get the ball.
You are.
We get down to the 1 yard line.
Pop pass.
Let me get it. I'm gonna score every time. It's pretty much guaranteed at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I get the mad tweets about my fantasy, whoever else on my fantasy, whoever's the running back, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry. Why didn't we give it to him on the 1 yard line? Why would we throw it to MyCole Pruitt? Nobody has him on the fantasy team. That helps nobody. And I'm just looking like, bro, hey, I'm just capitalizing off my opportunity. Please keep that negative energy away from me. Like, that's all I'm doing when I hear that. So usually it's a good thing when I hear that type of reply.
I had no idea that.
Yeah,
Not people mad you scored a touch. Look,
they're terribly mad. They all had that running back on their
I get it.
team.
And I'm going to be that way this season because I'm the first pick in my fantasy football draft, and I'm getting Saquon Barkley. And I can tell you what, when Jalen Hurts and that tush push come out there, I'm going to be livid every single time because those 7 points mean a lot at the end of the game. That pisses me off, the tush push, but that I ain't even going to talk about that. But I don't disagree. I don't agree with fans hitting you guys up. But this is serious business. This is a business.
Man, my thing is, when I'm out here, you know what a serious business is?
Right.
Wins and losses in the NFL, in the actual games, that is a serious business. And when there's drunk fans who put their money in a place where they shouldn't have, and they want to blame us for it or blame me, that's not my problem. Please, save it.
I feel like that's kind of a great...
Save it.
That's kind of a great segue into our next topic.
Right. Tell us about it.
Talking about letdowns, fantasy football projections, and things like that. Every year, fantasy football board comes out. You got projections of who's going to be the best player, who you need to draft in the first round, second round, third round, fourth round. And then you go out and you draft some of these guys, and then they're absolute busts, and they don't do anything. And sometimes...
So whose fault is that?
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. All right. So I don't know who makes these projections, but here's my thing. I'm pretty sure athletes themselves have goals and standards for themselves. And they come out and they say in early season press conferences, got to hit 1,000 yards this year, blah, 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 blah. So you hear that. You see a couple things during camp. You're like, I got him. I believe him. That's my guy. He said he getting 1,000 yards, blah, blah, blah. And then my man come out there and get 500 yards, barely get any touchdowns. It's like, bro, you just sold me a dream. Like, you're trash.
See, that's the problem right there. That is the problem
it's not
right
saying
there.
you're trash, literally.
Slow down. Let me tell you what the issue is with what you just said. You think that athlete is personally selling you anything.
No. Well,
you just made it personal. We don't care about you or your dream. Your fantasy team.
I don't do this specifically. I'm speaking for a lot of other people, not myself.
Hey, I don't know. That sounded like it came from a place deep down in your heart.
I wouldn't call nobody trash. Fantasy football is a lot of luck. I mean, look, it's a little skill that goes into it, but it's a whole lot of luck too, and it's gambling at the end of the day. So I get into it, but I don't get mad at players if they don't produce. I'm more mad at myself for not playing someone else that did better than saying the guy, oh, you let me down. You only scored 7 points.
Let me tell you why a player may not produce, man. Even though they have all these aspirations,
right,
and they have big dreams, and they are going out there and playing as hard as they possibly can to produce. Because football is one of the sports that you most have to rely on every other teammate that you have on the field, man.
Right.
Especially for the people that are producing on those fantasy
team
predictions.
The wide receivers, running backs, those are the bell cows.
Exactly. So you have to depend on the coach to call the right play. You have to depend on the O-line to even get the snap off and then protect the quarterback or make holes for the running back. And then you got to depend on the quarterback to make the right read and make the right throw. So when the numbers aren't what we expect them to be or what fantasy managers or whatever y'all are called.
No, ESPN makes this board. Yahoo, I don't make these boards. They do.
It doesn't matter. Y'all go off them like they.
Okay, so who's to blame here? Who's at fault for the fantasy projections? Is it the player and his talent, and maybe the coach gassing him up, saying this is how we're going to use him? We expect a big year out of this guy, or is it the media and the media being like, oh, he should be doing this. They have this. I feel like it's more the coach than us.
Oh my God, bro.
I feel like it's coach more than us.
I don't think you understand like how much media blows everything out of proportion. Like the fantasy.
Please elaborate.
When you get on just hop on Yahoo right now. It's every other story is fantasy. So it's creating an insatiable appetite for this fantasy thing. Like, and guess what it is? A fantasy. It's fake.
I'm getting on Yahoo Sports.
It's fake.
I'm getting on Yahoo Sports.
It's fake.
I don't see no fantasy football. I do see a crazy headline: sacrificial lamb, street clothes, CD truck by ref, penalized. And we saw the play that happened with CD Lamb. Oh man, that's some crazy stuff that happens. Okay. The media doesn't make fantasy football projections, for one. We don't go out there and consult with ESPN draft boards and
they
be like,
blow them up though. They put them everywhere.
ESPN does that. Yeah, fantasy football leagues do that. We just listen to the leagues. It's not journalists. You don't see.
Somebody's writing those stories and publishing them.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, facts.
Facts. I will say in fantasy football, they do take reports from local reporters like myself. I'm not lucky enough. Well, I don't want to be lucky enough to do that, but I do know the guy who they get the reports from, and he's local journalist like myself. He just goes to practice, not privy to any inside information and things like that. And he is one of the guys that if I'm not in Minnesota and I'm looking at a player that plays for Minnesota, I'm reading like his reports and I'm like, all right, so-and-so said from this outlet that, so-and-so player didn't practice this week. He may or may not be available. So I guess we kind of do. All right. I can understand where you're coming from. I get it. I'm on your side.
Because I'm right.
Relax, bro. Relax. All right. I think it's time to pivot now. We got something new. We're rolling out new content each and every week for you guys, and I think this is a good one because MyCole and I.
What you got for us?
MyCole and I, he thinks being a journalist is easy. Is basically what he said. He can be an anchor. I
don't know if I said exactly that, but
he thinks that they can do what we do if given the right amount of time, and people love to blast journalists and criticize them for their takes. And there's a page on Twitter, it's like Freezing Cold Takes and things like that, where they love to bring up old takes or old videos from years ago and then bring it back 2 years later and be like, you were so wrong. This aged like spoiled milk. So what we about to do right now, we about to test MyCole. We about to see how easy.
I thought this was a two-way street.
Oh, no. We're going to test you. But it's like, I do this. Like, I make predictions. So,
you do this?
I do this.
All right,
I do this. So, we're about to test MyCole. We're going to put him on the spot, do something that we have to do in TV. We don't always get put on the spot right away where you got to go rapid fire like we are. But we're going to call this 2-minute drill. And we have 2 minutes to list off as many sports takes as we can. So, what we're going to do is one of us will say a random team. And you have to give a prediction about that team, whether it's their wins or loss record. It's a player who's going to go for over 1,000 yards, a player who's going to have X amount of interceptions, etc. So we're testing ball knowledge right now. And we're also going to test like how well you know the league and what these players are capable of. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to revisit this in future episodes. And we're going to keep account of who had better predictions. And we'll see how easy this is.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to all right, so we go get the clock started here. We go get 2 minutes on the clock. And then I'm going to pull up a list of all the teams in the conference. All right, let's roll. New York Jets.
Justin Fields throws for 20 touchdowns.
Oh, okay. I hope you do. Give me a team. What's up?
Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions are not going to the Super Bowl this year without Ben Johnson. Can't happen.
That was so basic.
And
next.
Keep going.
Give me one.
Jacksonville.
Travis Hunter does not excel on both sides of the ball.
Ooh, right. All right, give me a team.
Bears, Chicago Bears.
Caleb Williams throws for 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Washington.
Oh, there's no sophomore slump coming in Washington.
For Jaden Daniels.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, we got 1:10 left. Let's keep going.
Let's go Houston, Texas.
Oh, Nico Collins will lead the league in receiving yards and catches this season. Nico Collins with C.J. Stroud.
He's a great wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm going with that. All right, let's go Buffalo Bills. Josh
Allen. Not a repeat MVP performance.
Okay, all right. I'm with you. We got 43 seconds left.
Oh, let's go Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers will finish dead last in the NFC North. Dead last in the Yep, that's what I'm going with.
All right, what you got for me?
Let's go Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I think the tandem of CD Lamb and George Pickens still comes in second in the NFC North.
They're not in the North.
I mean, West.
They're not in the West. That's
East. I mean, East.
the East. Okay.
There it is.
They're going to be the second best wide receiver combo in the East is what you're saying. Behind
Yeah,
A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
exactly.
All right, got you. Go ahead. Give me another team.
Go ahead, Chargers.
Chargers. Oh, all right. Last one. Man, Justin Herbert will lead the Chargers to the AFC Championship game.
Dang, that's a great take, bro.
I think so. With Harbaugh there, like
That is a great take.
I think
but
there's
it's not happening.
only time will tell. So some of these projections that we made, obviously, we can't revisit them until the end of the season. But what we'll do is we'll try and run this game back, and then
We'll see how they're doing. We'll see their
and
progression.
we'll keep going. We'll keep updating things. I think that was a good start, though. Yeah, put you
That
on
was
the spot.
fun. That was fun. That was fun.
Put you on the spot.
I was sweating a little bit, but
I
not
can
too
tell.
much.
You know your divisions when you're talking about the Cowboys.
It was,
and that team's in your backyard.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Sorry.
don't pay no attention to that.
Lord have mercy. All right. So Cole, now I think we reached the people's favorite time.
And mine.
All right. So who's starting this off? I guess I'm gonna start this one off.
Capper certified. Let's go. Start
do
it up for us.
All right. Cap or certified. An NFL player could beat a journalist in a fantasy football league easily.
Certified, bro. Certified.
Cap, bro. Their skill.
We got the inside information.
for one team. One team.
You think we only talk to people on our own team?
Ain't nobody telling you plays and who go play and whatnot for another team. That's not happening.
It's not about plays and who gonna play. We understand the motion in the ocean.
This is just said from a guy who's never played fantasy football and doesn't understand how hard it truly is. Cap. That's what I'm going with. So you're saying certified. I'm saying cap.
I'm certifying it.
All right. There you go.
Oh yeah, this come on now.
You ain't even read the question.
A journalist could become an NFL GM. Cap. How? Why? Why would you? What?
How many GMs have just come from like analytical?
Journalism?
No. I ain't say that. How many journalists have really like inspired to become a coach or a GM though? That's a bigger question. Maybe not a lot. But to say that we couldn't do it if given the opportunity, get in the right system, learn from somebody, like, come on now. There's a lot of GMs right now and a lot of people who own teams who have no business owning teams or running teams.
Maybe we should have said effectively then.
It's too late.
Because it's cap.
I still didn't answer. I'll say cap. I'll agree with him.
Thank you.
It's hard. Running a team is not easy. All right. Your fantasy football team name says more about you than your Tinder bio. I know nothing about
You tell me. What is
I know nothing about Tinder.
What?
Look, I've been off the market since that's been on the market. So
I mean, I'm
I
going
don't
to
know what's in
certify
mine.
it just because I've heard some crazy fantasy football names. I'm sure you have too. You said you've been in leagues.
I'm so not creative when it comes to fantasy football names.
What is your name that you usually go with? What have you gone to?
Last year, it depends on a player that I pick. So it's like I'm not creative at all. Like last year, I think my team was called the Jetway because I had Justin Jefferson on my team. So it's just
That says so much about you, bro.
I mean, what does it say about me?
Boring.
All right, there you go.
Lame.
I'm not creative. So
You wouldn't have wrote that in your bio. I'm not creative.
I mean,
I'm boring.
I cannot give you creative team names. No. So I mean, yes, I will say that's certified.
That's certified.
Yeah, your fantasy team name says more about you than your bio. I will say that. Some people are very creative when it comes to that stuff. All right, you got this one.
Oh man.
That's wild.
All right, next one. There's no real formula to fantasy football projections. Certified. That's fake. Who is even writing these? It's some guy in his basement.
I really
in his underwear.
I don't know how
Hair on his chest with Cheetos that stuck in the hair. Who's writing this stuff, bro? Like this is fake,
You
bro.
sound like
It's
Nick
cap.
Saban talking about somebody in their mom's basement tweeting out stuff.
Hey, I appreciate that. If I can sound like Nick Saban, I'm doing something.
I'm just going to certify that because I sometimes don't understand fantasy projections either. And I look at the board and who's projected to be the top player, and I'm like, what algorithm are they using? Like, I don't
But
understand.
you still make your picks based
No.
on
I make my picks based on like who played the most, who gets the most targets, who's in a better scenario. Like, there's a formula to
Okay,
picking teams
all
and
right.
GMs.
You
Come on
think
now.
you know something.
I can give you a little bit
Think
too
you
much
know
now, but
something.
you need running backs to win. That's my key to everybody. You need running backs to win. Most valuable players on the team. Running backs and one good wide receiver. Now, this question is near and dear to my heart.
What?
Because I feel like every year in fantasy football, we go through a little something when it comes to this position. So I want to ask you this question.
Okay. What you got?
Tight ends are the least valuable position in fantasy football.
What? Are you serious?
That's a question. Cap or certified?
That's certified cap. What are you talking about, bro?
Okay, let me explain. Hold on, let me explain. Let me put this down.
You gonna disrespect me on my own show? That's crazy. Y'all hear this?
This is my dog. I've known him since 2006, right? This is my dog, my brother. Like, blood couldn't make us any closer. How many
There's a
times
blood
have you
coming.
scored 2 touchdowns in a fantasy football game?
I don't play in fantasy football.
No.
What are you
I'm sorry.
talking about?
In a real football game, how many times have you scored 2 touchdowns? How many times have you gotten 10 catches
Once.
in a game?
When are we talking?
Not college. Ain't no fantasy football for college. So, how many times have you gotten 10 catches?
I haven't.
On every team that you've been on, how many times has a tight end averaged 8 to 10 targets a game?
You think I'm an analytics guy?
No, I
just
don't
pull
think
up
that. But I
numbers
think
for you
you know,
that?
like, you've played with tight ends that'd be like, all right, well,
I
he
played
got the
with
ball a
some
lot.
great tight ends.
Did they get the ball a lot?
Yeah.
Who?
Delaney Walker.
I knew that was who you was going to say. That's the only one because I didn't have no wide receivers there before A.J. Brown got there. So who else have you played with that was a tight end that just demanded the football?
Look here.
No. Answer my question. Don't give me a runaround. Answer my question.
We all demand the football. That don't mean we getting it.
Thank you. So here's my thing. Outside of your Travis Kelce's, he's not even in tier 1 anymore like he used to be.
Don't doubt him like that.
No, that's a fact. I mean, just
He's
look
coming back.
at the stats. He's
going to have a resurgence.
What? So I'm saying it's certified. That I'm answering this saying it's certified only because every year in fantasy football, if you don't get a George Kittle, a Travis Kelce, Sam Laporta, or like a versatile tight end like a Taysom Hill,
Hey, man, look, man.
you're going to get 5 points from that position.
Y'all got to stop disrespecting tight ends. I'm tired of it.
That's not me.
Everybody's doing it, man.
That's not me.
It's a bandwagon thing. at
That's
this
not
point.
me.
Stop it. Tight ends is one of the best and most versatile positions on the field.
How come y'all don't get paid like it then?
Exactly. The disrespect.
I'm just saying it's
The
certified.
disrespect.
I'm just saying it's certified because if you don't have a top 5 tight end in fantasy football, your tight end is averaging 6 points a game. And your wide receivers and your running backs are all averaging 15.
See, that's the problem. That's why I keep getting all these messages because nobody's putting me on their fantasy team.
Why would they?
Put
We
me
want
on
points.
the fantasy team.
The whole
I'm
objective
getting in the
is
end
to
zone.
win in fantasy football. If you get MyCole, you may get 1 catch and 1 touchdown. You know how many points that is?
Enough for me.
7.
Enough for us to win the game.
7.
Enough for us.
You
to
know
win
how
the
many
game.
points you need in fantasy football to win? Over 100. 7 ain't enough from you, brother. Especially if it's only 7 every 4 weeks.
Pick the right week.
That's a valuable roster spot.
Pick the right week.
All right, I think that's a good place to end. I will say I have put you on a parlay to score a touchdown in the game. I did not hit.
That's not my problem, bro. That you're a degenerate gambler.
No, I'm not. No.
You love fantasy football. You want to put all this money on there.
Yeah.
You want to put all the money on parlays and stuff like that.
Nice $900 payout
You
right
win
before
some, you
Christmas
lose
last
some.
year. Last year, I just so happened to win. I think I won like 6 or 7 times.
And didn't even give me a gift. And
You didn't help me win my fantasy league.
fair enough. And I probably won't this year either. So
And you won't be on my team. Don't worry, because you still need to find a team.
I'm going to be somewhere. And I'm going to be playing on games that mean a lot more than these fantasy games that y'all talking about.
It's
So-
okay. You
so
still
you
won't
can
be.
keep it to yourself.
You still won't be on
Keep it
my
to
team.
yourself.
Score touchdowns. I root for you.
Keep it to yourself. But yeah, man, hey, you better be over there with that jersey on too.
I will. Give me a new one for the team you playing for. I'll be right there, front and center for you.
Say less, man. Hey, that was a wonderful another episode of Must Be Two Sides. A lot of fun as always,
Yeah.
man. We want to know what y'all think about the new game, about our takes that we made today. Some of them off the wall, some of them spot on,
We'll
as
see.
you'll see.
And make sure y'all give us some of y'all takes and y'all predictions and projections for this season. We're going to make sure we roll it out. Some of the fan questions, we may even comment back on some of y'all takes when we pop up, our review and see how we're doing. We may see what y'all said and, bring y'all in and be like, are fans smarter than us? Who knows?
Cap.
All right, we're going to see y'all next time. Make sure y'all check us out. Like, comment, subscribe, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, you name it. We'll see y'all next week.
Knowledge is the key to the game of down. Stand for the truth, otherwise take a knee. Made it to the league, now we gotta take the lead.
Touchdown, MyCole Pruitt.
Sports Now, I'm Ahmad.
Must be two sides.